Let's talk about a few essays today. How do you write a composition? When you're writing a composition, let us try to understand the meaning of the word composition. The root word here is compose. That means to make or to form. What does this mean? That a composition is something that you compose. It is something which is created by you. So because it is your creation, you must make sure that you put in your own ideas into it. Let me discuss an essay or a composition with you. The topic is, if I were to meet my 12-month younger self, what advice would I give her or him? Supposing I had to write this essay, how would I begin it? Of course, the easy way to write is that you start by saying, if I were to meet my 12-month younger self, just the way the topic has been given to you. But it is up to you how you want to begin it. You could start by saying, it is a great idea. Or you could say that it would be wonderful if I could meet my 12-month younger self. It is a great proposition, but it sounds next to impossible. So these are the three ways in which you could start this essay. Supposing I had to write the entire thing, let me give you a few ideas. I would write what a great idea it would be to meet my younger self. It is a great proposition indeed, but next to impossible. However, if I were to meet my 12-month younger self, I would be thrilled because she would be me. Only she would be a year younger than what I am today. It would be wonderful to share the experiences gained in the last 1 year with myself. If I could tell my younger self what she should do in the next 1 year, I would definitely be happy. I would tell her to make certain changes in her life. I would tell her that she could achieve anything that she wanted. I would tell her to be positive in life. I would tell her to be optimistic in life. So these are various things that I'm telling you that you could put in, but don't keep repeating that I could tell her like I've just said, because if you want to put in a few ideas, you could put it together by saying that I would definitely like to share all the things that I did in the last 1 year or the past 1 year, so that she would be able to do better in the next 1 year. For she would be me, and it would be me who would be performing better. It would be great to tell her about the happenings of the past 1 year. I would tell her to prepare for her examination well in advance. I would also advise her to participate in a particular activity. You could mention any activity. I would tell her to definitely try and become part of the debating society, because that would give her ample opportunity to express herself. If she performed well, she would be selected for the inter-school competition. So there are so many things that you could put in this essay. You could also write about how, there were certain happenings in the past 1 year which you want to tell her about. You could say, in the last 1 year, the government introduced the goods and services tax. And that created a lot of problems for a number of people. However, it made the taxation system simpler in the country. I would tell my friends about the goods and services tax which would be brought in. I would also tell the police about some mishap which was going to take place. For example, if you know that there is going to be terrorist attack, for example, you would have already known because it would have already happened in the past. So you could say that I would tell her to inform the police about the terrorist attack that would take place at any particular place. You can name a place, and that would help them nab the terrorists well in time. This would help the police to take control of the situation much before it happened, and a number of people would be saved. So there are so many things that you could talk about here. Now in this particular essay, what I'm trying to tell you is that you could give advice not just to yourself, that is your younger self, but also to your parents and also to the police. So you are doing things at 3 different levels. Now, one more thing that I know that a lot of you would like to write about is that I would like to tell my younger self about the question papers. But I'll tell you something, we should be honest, right? So you could write something to the effect of giving her an advice. I would tell my younger self not to waste time but study properly, because the examination paper would not be very difficult if she studied regularly, consistently and diligently. So have you heard the words that I have used? These are good words which you can use in your essay. I would also advise my younger self not to watch too much of television or study in the dark or read books in the dark, because she would require spectacles, as I am doing so now. That is, if I am wearing spectacles now, I would like to avoid doing so. And if it was possible, I would get my younger self to stop wearing spectacles, right? Or my younger self to take precautions so that she wouldn't have to wear spectacles. There are so many wonderful ideas that you can put into your essay. So you could be talking about your eyesight, and you could also say that I wouldn't want her to, cry over spilt milk, or I wouldn't like her to lament at, the mistake that she had made. And in the end, what you can do is you can conclude your essay by saying that, let me tell you that this is not really possible, but it is exciting and I would like to keep it as a daydream. I would like to daydream that I have met my younger self and we are having fun. However, this may or may not be possible. However, you can also write something else. You can change it, and you could also say that maybe someday some scientist creates or invents a time machine which would help me go into the past and maybe meet my younger self. Who knows, right? So this is one essay that you could try writing. This is about creativity. Write about how you would react to yourself when you're meeting yourself, right? I'll come back with another essay in my next video. I hope you liked the ideas that I've given you here.